you about the market structure and that what is the market structure according to the economics. But before discussing the market structure, first, what is a market? We need to discuss that what is the market. So market is a place, it is a place where buyers and sellers actively engaged in buying and selling acts. It is a place where buying and selling of the goods and services takes place. So they are actively, the buyers and sellers, they are actively acting. And what kind of the acting they are performing over there? The buyers, they are buying, and sellers, they are selling. They contact through different means of communication like letters, telephones, etc., face to face. Thus, it does not mean a particular place but the entire area where buyers and sellers of a commodity are in close contact and they have one price of same commodity. It doesn't mean that when we talk about the market that always we have the place. Not necessarily that we must have the physical place. We can also contact with the people on the telephones, through the letters. So, then what is the market structure? That how markets are structured. It is therefore understood as those characteristics of a market that influence the behavior and results of firms working in that market. Means market structure are those characteristics of market that influence, they have the influence on the behavior and the results of the firms, the producers, the companies who are working in that market. According to the Jesse Edwards, a market is that mechanism by which buyers and sellers are brought together. It is not necessarily a fixed place. So, the characteristics of the markets according to the area. A market does not mean a particular place, but the whole region where sellers and buyers of a product are displayed. Modern modes of communication and transport have made the market more easier. Area of a product very wide. Nowadays, we cannot say that a particular place or area is only fixed for the market. But again, I repeat that the area, the characteristics of the market means it must have the area, but nowadays not necessarily a particular area, it's a wider area nowadays. Buyers, and the second characteristics of the market that there must be the buyers and sellers. For exchange, at least one buyer and one seller are needed. In the modern age, the physical presence of buyers and sellers is not necessarily in the market, because they can do transactions of goods through letters, telephones, and internet. So, to call any place a market, at least we must have the one seller and one buyer. And in the modern age, in these days, even the physical presence of the buyers and sellers is not necessary, because through the different modes of communication nowadays, the emails and through the faxes, and especially the emails, text messages, means through internet people can contact with each other and they can buy and sell. Commodity. A market is not realized is not related to a place but to a particular product. It is not related to a place but to a particular product. Hence, there are separate markets for various commodities. Not necessarily that market is only for a single product or for a particular product to a place but to a particular product. Hence, there are separate markets for various commodities. Free competition, another point which is very important is there should be free competitions among the buyers and sellers in the market. It is in relation to the price determination of a product among buyers and sellers. So it's very important that buyers and sellers they have the competition, free competition. One price, the price of the product is same in the market because of free competition among the buyers and sellers. So price which prevails in that market must be this one price. Classifications of the markets on the basis of the area or region. Markets are classified on these functions. These can be according to the region, these can be according to the time, these can be according to the functions, these can be according to the nature of commodity, and these can be according to the nature, the legality. On the basis of area of region, if buyers and sellers of a commodity are limited to a certain area or region, it is known as local market. And these types of markets are especially for the perishable goods. If the buyers and sellers of a commodity are confined to a certain region, a province, it is known as provincial market. So there are different means on the basis of the area. When buyers and sellers are not confined to state boundary but are spread throughout the country, they are demanded throughout the nation. Just like saris and various others, gold, silver. On the basis of the time, a short period market. Markets can also be classified according to the time period. First, a short time period. A short period market, it can be classified in daily perishable products or weekly markets on any specific day or week. It is which export and transactions for a short period of time is for few hours or a day, and this supply of product cannot be increased. Usually in our country, Pakistan, the Achar Bazaars or Juma Bazaars or the PDs, the cattle markets, they remain open for a few hours. A short period market in this supply of product can be increased, but we cannot make any changes in production plan according to the changed demand. It's a very short time market. Long period market, it is in which we can make necessary changes in plant and machinery as well increase supply of product according to the demand. These are long time period markets. Very long period markets, there can be large change in supply of the product and demand and increase because of change in population, habits, tastes, customs, and etc. Markets for the longer time periods. When different types of products or markets on the basis of function